Having a good drop spot can make or break a tournament. 3 drops of soda cash cups that you can either alpha up instantly or are just uncontested. Thank you so much guys for helping me hit 10k. Join my Discord, top link in description. Let's get right into it. The first drop we're going to be going over today is largely uncontested and is on the east side of the map. If you look at Slappy Shores, it's just to the right and there's this drill right here. I'm going to give you a number of reasons why this drop is the best. For starters, Slappy Shores is just over there, so it is not very contested. Most people will just land Slappy Shores and leave it at that, and even in cash cups you won't get that many people here. Reason number 2 is the Great Brick. I will come out with max brick pretty much every time, and the people in Slappy Shores will not have anywhere near max bricks. I have a math advantage if I try to push over, and I also have a math advantage if any of them keys me. Reason number 3 is you get a lot of options from this place. You can key the island over here, and you can also key the houses over here, and you can even key into Slappy Shores if you want. I like to land the closest side and then make my way around the drill, looting up. If I'm contested, I will just land on the best available gun though. It's not the best drop to have contested, but if you get used to it and you get a good drop for it, you'll win every time because you'll have the gun and they will not have a gun. You just need to make sure you're getting a consistent good drop for this one, guys. I then drop down the mountain, loot this as a cooler down here, and in most games I will head down the shoreline just past the drill and loot this barn here. There are some floor spawns on the way, and there's also some places you can get your wood up because there's not much wood up on top of the drill. The barn has a fish chest, a cooler and a normal chest. And you can also farm this little trailer thing for metal. Depends on the game, but this part here can be quite risky to loot because if there's a player up here, they can beat me pretty easily. However, I normally go for it if I need more loot. In this game, I wouldn't go for it because look at my loot. It's pretty crazy. I could kill anyone with this. You also have the option of looting this red house here, but then you're pretty much done. You can either key that island, key over here, you can key that Kenjutsu place over there, or you can key Slappy Shores. Slappy Shores is my personal favourite because you're going to be a lot more stacked than them. You can have max shield, hopefully some shield in reserve like I have here, and you're hopefully going to have good weapons and very good mats. Look at my mats. No one over here is going to have this good mats, I promise you. If you don't key anyone, you can just rotate to zone, which normally over this sort of way. It's a pretty free rotation. You can see a lot of fields. You know, it's a great drop and one I've used in a lot of cash cups to success. If you're finding this useful so far, guys, make sure you use code JKC in the Fortnite item shop as that is the #1 way to support me. Let's get right back into it. For our second drop of the video, we're going to be going over to the west side of the map now. We're going to go over to this right here, this castle on this mountain. You might be thinking this looks similar to the castle over here, and you'd be right. It's pretty much got the same basic design, so if you know how to land at that castle, you'll know how to land at this castle. But this castle has a lot of advantages considering being a lot less contested. You want a good drop for this because if you contested, it's a pretty 50-50 drop. You're going to need to have a gun first. But if you get a gun first, the odds are you win every single time. You gotta loot this part so fast. I would literally come in, loot, there's normally a chest on top of here, run down, scoop everything up you possibly can, jump down here, there's normally a chest on here. We got really unlucky this game, 0 chests in this building, which is terrible. But we managed to get a shotgun and 100 shield already. This is where the interesting plan comes in. I want you to pop 50 shield only, get these barrels, then I want you to run to the left. This is going to bring you right to the edge of this mountain here. You'll normally have some sort of AR, and this is a very popular place, but as you can see, we've got a massive high ground advantage. So we can win this fight so easily. If there's no one here, there's actually a similar one of these on the other side of the mountain. You can have a look at that one too, but this one's by far the most popular and it's more likely to have a person there. If there's no one there is a lot of loot down here. That's why people land here, but you can scoop the loot up if no one's here. Another chest spawn hasn't spawned this game. I suggest popping the rest of your shield at this point because you are in a pretty vulnerable position here, but by this point you should have enough loot to fight off anyone who comes. There's normally not a lot of people there, but there's normally 1 or 2 people in the general area, so you just want to be careful. Better safe than sorry. There's also a lot of wood in this area. I've come out with 300 wood. From here you can rotate around, you can third party the shattered slabs fight, or you can just chill around this general area. You can loot this barn up here, that's what I normally do. But you will find the occasional person landing around here, and if they're landing around here, they're not the best players, so you guys can probably key them. I've been landing here a lot in ranked, and it offers a really safe and consistent drop for me to gain a lot of points. I think it's time to move to our third drop. This one's a very underrated drop, and if we look on the map, it's actually just up here. So you're going to land at this house just on the edge of the woods and then rotate in. This is because you're going to have the high ground. Watch and I'll show you. So you're going to loot this house here just as I've done, and I've got a shotgun and just a normal pistol. Now we all know this isn't the best loot ever, but this is going to mean we have the advantage nevertheless in this next fight. So we're going to rotate just out. We got a couple builds because of the chests and stuff. We're going to get a couple more from this tree and this rock. And once we mine the rock, we're going to see this area here. Now this is our actual drop spot, but if someone's landed here and they're running around, we can just hit a quick fire on them, pretty much kill them straight away. It's an easy fight. It is even easier if more than one person lands here because you can just full third party it. Get both the kills or even one of the kills and just come out alive easily. But this is quite a good drop spot because there is a lot of chests and there is also a lot of splashes and stuff like that. And if you look on the map, you can barely see this place, which is why it's so uncontested. Sometimes in solo cash cups, I even get this place uncontested. As well as all the things I've just mentioned, there is also very good metal here. If we come over here, you can see we have a plane. This plane gives you a lot of metal and is super good for capping yourself out. This is you can come into endgame with really good mats, and you don't have to worry about not building in hard mats. As you can see, there are plenty of plane parts to go around, and it just makes it a lot easier if you have max metal. There is not much metal in the jungle, so that's why this drop is just so much better than all the rest of them. You gotta be knowledgeable about slurp barrels here, so you don't want to pop too much shield because there are a lot of slurp barrels. If we go over here, I believe there are some more. Look at this, guys. You need to barely pop any shield here because you can just come along, even hack them for extra metal. And look, we're 100. There's more than 10 slurp barrels here, so even if someone gets one of them, you can just pick up the rest of them. This drop used to be even stronger because there used to be a rift thing here, but there's not a rift thing here anymore, unfortunately. But it is pretty close to mid-map on creaky compounds, so you can hope to pull zone pretty much the majority of the time. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Make sure you check out my ratings of every single Fortnite season, because I think I had some ratings that you guys might agree with. Trust me, guys, it is a banger.